Episode 3 of Trev Collectables here on Trev TV. This is a pen and a flashlight. There's the flashlight part of it. There's the pen part of it. Pretty neat. First off, this is not the Take 2 video that was supposed to be the original Episode 3 of Trev's Collectables, i.e. the Autobot video, which doesn't exist right now. I'm hoping to do it tomorrow. No guarantees. It's all based on time, because that one is essentially a 2+ hour video to make, counting filming, editing, piecing together, and all that fun stuff. And taking the time to learn how to properly utilize an iPad for recording purposes. The trick is not to put your finger over the microphone when you talk. Who knew, right? But this is going to be, in my mind, might be a very short video. I mean, it's not as long as it could have been, I'll say that much. I'm referring to my James Bond collection. Not just the movies, but different things. And well, I'll explain a bit more about it as we get in. Essentially, the James Bond collection, or at least the knickknacks of the James Bond collection, has been in my life since 1999. And granted, the video I'm not going to show you is not as big, like I said, as it could be. It could have been so much bigger if I didn't have to restart the James Bond collection 4 separate times. I'm not going to get into the reasons why, but there's always certain points where I always had to restart it, be it for personal reasons, for upgrade reasons, and anything of the sort. That's where we're at now. This is my 4th time doing this, and it's seen a few upgrades, but the difference is I've been able to keep some of the upgrades. And we'll get into those very quickly. Now, I'm probably going to do the movies last, since that's the biggest part. So we'll start with just the Hot Wheels. This is the Aston Martin DBS, the one that was used in Casino Royale. You know which one I'm talking about, the one that took the tumbles. This one's the 71 Mustang Mach 1 from Diamonds Are Forever. This is the one that went on 2 wheels, if you remember that scene. '64 Lincoln Continental from Goldfinger. I believe this was the one Oddjob would drive. I could be wrong, but here's a clip to show it. Aston Martin 1963 DB5. Such a beautiful piece. From Skyfall. You know, the one where he basically, or briefly, showed off the ejector seat button. So DB5 with modifications.
Are you going to complain the whole way?
Oh, go on, run eject me. See if I can.
Last but not least, the Lotus Esprit SI. From The Spy Who Loved Me. You know, the one that went underwater. That one.
Can you swim?
soundtracks, and this is kind of where I wish the collection was as big as it used to be. This is just the single from the title track of Skyfall from Adele. Haven't opened it. Probably not going to open it. But it's basically just the Skyfall track and then the instrumental. Yeah, unopened. A lot of this stuff, not counting the movies, is unopened. Video games? Only one, again. This is for the Wii U. 007 Legends. Includes Skyfall bonus levels. In the old collections, much like the CDs which I wanted to mention, I had more and more and more soundtracks. I had all the video games that were up to 2002 in the same condition, unopened, never played. But again, it's the downside with having to redo everything all over again. It's the promotional card from Quantum of Solace when it came out during its release, celebrating 90 years of MGM. Set. This is the magazine from Cineplex. You know those free magazines they give you in the theater? This was from when Skyfall came out. You notice a lot of this stuff is from Skyfall, and a lot of it is from the 50th anniversary as well. But I figured that was a neat piece worth keeping. Speaking of the 50th anniversary, 50 years of James Bond, from life. This is a neat book, and it's thick. It's thick. But it goes over basically the entire series in the last 50 years, from movie to movie. It's not a bad read. I mean, it tells you a lot of things you might not have otherwise known about the films. It even goes into the unofficials, the original Casino Royale spoof, Never Say Never Again. Talks about all of it, really. Like I said, it's a fun book to read. Keeping with the theme of the books, in past collections, I've had the whole Fleming collection done. I've had the whole Benson collection done. Now, because I'm so picky, a lot of these Flemings are third editions, not first editions. I'll be damned if I'm going to pay an arm and a leg for first editions. These are third editions. A lot of my collection has come from the Wee Book Inn, as sad as that is. I mean, you'll never find mint at the Wee Book Inn. But, again, me being so picky, I wanted them older. This one came from eBay. And, I mean, it took me almost forever to find, but when I did find it at a reasonably good price, it was like, yes. My first Bond novel was The Facts of Death by Raymond Benson. And from that point, I had to finish the collection. I had to. I was a much more avid reader then. 0 minus 10. This is a good one. I mean, it's a bit of one that you might have to pay a bit more attention to, but it's still a good read. But anyway, I was a much more avid reader back when I had a good chunk of the books in my possession, and well, now it's just a matter of just trying to fill it all out. But those are my books up to this point. Now moving to the movies. You know, the biggest part of the entire collection. Obviously, you got your DVDs. On top of that, you got your Blu-rays. Now the only one I don't have in DVD at this point is Spectre. And that's just because I figured I'd get it on Blu-ray and then eventually get to buying the DVD, which I haven't done yet. But rest assured, in time, it'll happen. It's just a matter of when. This is the Blu-rays. I have completed the collection on VHS 3 times. And now I'm at that point where I'm still looking for the VHS. I know a few spots where I can get them, but it's the same kind of process as the novels. You're buying them essentially used because they don't make VHS anymore. It's kind of a shame, but meh, what do you do? But that's the movies. one thing I like about having to switch it all over was the hike. You've almost got a good couple inches to spare between DVD and Blu-ray. But that's the movies. And that's my James Bond collection. I know it's not nearly as big as other people's James Bond collections, but as I've said, I mean, can only really work on it so many times before it's like I'll just add to it when I add to it. And it's not a case of it's on the back burner. That's not it at all. It's just there's been a lot more different collections that I've focused on in the last couple years and all that fun stuff. But rest assured, it will be bigger. But I want to thank you for tuning in to watch this video. Your viewership always means so much to me. Always has, always will. So keep watching. I appreciate when you do. Find me on Facebook at Trev's TV. Find me on Instagram at rockstartrev TV. Hit like if you like this video. Subscribe if you want to see more videos from the Trev. And in the meantime and in between time, later.